All right, let's be honest. If you want to know what sometimes turns normal, responsible football officials into confused squirrels chasing a beach ball, it's the kicking game. Yep, kicks, kickoffs, punts, onside kicks, the whole disaster package. And it makes sense, right? We don't see it a ton. It's weird, it's different, and half the time we're standing in different spots on the field we rarely visit again the rest of the night. It's like that one time you ended up at the karaoke bar on Tuesday. You're not supposed to be there. Bad things happen. And when you start tossing in onside kicks, muff punts, the mystery bean bags flying in the air like confetti at a wedding, that's when the wheels fall off. So in this video, we're going to look at the fundamentals in the kicking game. We're talking what actually makes a kick, when the kick finally is over, and what you need to be watching for when the crazy happens. And it will. You don't want to end up in someone's huddle film getting roasted in a group chat or be featured in the latest viral video trend. I know some of this might seem pretty basic, but trust me, I've seen plenty of good officials, myself included, butcher this stuff in real games. So it never hurts to go over a few plays and make sure we don't turn a simple momentum exception into a 5-man striped book club at the goal line. First things first, we all need to know what a kick is. Pretty simple, somebody kicks the ball. I think we can all agree on that, but here's where officials sometimes wipe out like a kid on a slip and slide. Where does the kick actually end? And I mean officially, by rule. A kick ends when a player secures possession. And you've got to be laser focused on that because when the kick ends, all kinds of rule stuff changes. So let's get into it and check out our first play. We have a kickoff. The ball is in the air and the receiver hauls it in right around the 1.5 yard line. Nice catch, but his momentum carries him into the end zone. Now what? As you can see, the covering official drops his beanbag at the spot where he caught it because that's where possession happened. And we should start the clock. That beanbag is your little breadcrumb trail. It tells you and your crew where the kick ended. And why is that important? Because if the kid caught the ball in the field of play and his momentum carried him into the end zone and he is down there, that's the momentum exception. The ball belongs to the receiving team first and 10 from wherever he caught it. And this is not a safety. But, and this is where folks get tripped up sometimes, if the ball crosses the plane of the end zone before possession, ball's dead. Touchback. No debate, no group huddle. Well, if you squint from the 50, it looked like possession was... Nope, it's over. All kicks become dead when they break the plane of the receiving team's goal line. End of story. Now, here's the next version of this potential disaster. Different kickoff, but this time the ball bounces at the 1 yard line and the receiver picks it up. But the receiver picks it up and possesses it in the end zone now. What's your call? The ball crossed the plane of the receiving team's end zone during the kick before possession? Touchback. And here's where we get ourselves in trouble. Sometimes we try to get cute and say, well, maybe it stopped at the 1/2 yard line, or maybe his toe was in or over the goal line. Listen, if you know the call, you make the call. But if you don't know, don't split hairs. We're not CSI football here. It's either dead in the end zone or it's not. If you're not 100% sure it was possessed before it crossed the goal line, it's a touchback and we move on with our lives. All right, let's spice it up a little bit. Scrimmage kick now. Kicker punts the ball and the receiving team player tries to catch it, but he must have forgotten the right amount of stickum as he muffs it. Ball hits the turf and the receiver chases it. Finally, he grabs it at the 1 yard line. Now, what if this ball would have kept rolling into the end zone, or worse, he bats it into the end zone where the kicking team now falls on it? You're going to hear someone yell, touchdown. Maybe even one of your crewmates is going to go up, touchdown. But don't listen to them. They don't know the high school rules. That doesn't happen on Friday nights. And here's why. That was still a kick until someone secures possession, and I mean clean possession. It's still a kick. It doesn't matter if it's muffed, batted, accidentally kicked, or if somebody makes a heroic dive and the ball bounces off their face, it's still a kick. Nope, you're not giving them 6 points. Touchback, it crossed the plane. And that's a huge deal, not just because of scoring. It matters for penalty enforcement too. Knowing when the kick ended, especially when there's a penalty involved, can be one of the sneakiest, biggest parts of the job. Last thing, and I can't stress this enough, talk to your crew, communicate. Before the game, before the kickoff, before the second half kickoff, before a known onside kick situation, talk, communicate. Figure out who's watching possession, who's dropping a bag for illegal touching, who's on clock duty, because that's one we forget a lot. Because if you don't, I promise that one odd kickoff in the third quarter is going to break down faster than your Wi-Fi during your fantasy league draft. This stuff is not hard if you prep for it, but if you don't, it will absolutely come back to bite you. All right, quick recap here. Kick ends when possession happens. Kick becomes dead if it breaks the plane of the receiving team's goal line. Don't try to be a hero splitting hairs on momentum and have that half-yard line debate. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. And don't forget, a muff is not possession. Slapping at it like you're playing whack-a-mole isn't possession. And for the love of all things striped, communicate with your crew. If you keep those basics locked in, you'll be ready when the inevitable chaos hits, because it will. Why? It's high school football. If you got something out of this, make sure you smash that subscribe button, or don't. But you're probably going to miss out on the next one where we untangle the mess of onside kicks and why your beanbag is about to betray you. Also, go make sure you check out mibt.org, and we'll catch you on the next one. Stay sharp out there.